Holy cow, this looks good. This literally looks amazing. I've been a huge fan of the Harley Quinn animated series on DC Universe and HBO Max, whatever, for the first 2 seasons. And now we've all been highly anticipating this season 3, and it is literally a month away, less than a month away, which is absolutely insane. We just got our first official teaser trailer, so not sure when we're getting the trailer. We know we're getting a panel at San Diego Comic-Con, but that's like... their panel is literally like the week before the season drops. So that's going to be really, really exciting. And again, this trailer was literally amazing. It was really so much fun. Like, not only seeing all the crazy different DC characters and cameos, but seeing our main characters return, see the storylines we're going to tackle. It's going to be a lot of fun. And they're really embracing the hardcore maturity of this show. So guys, we're going to go ahead and jump in this and break down the official teaser trailer for Harley Quinn Season 3 on HBO Max. So we open up with Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy celebrating their 2-week anniversary. So Harley is super into this whole relationship. Of course, they officially became a couple, HarlIvy, at the end of Season 2. And Poison Ivy is like kind of getting a little annoyed by like Harley's super enthusiasm all the time, but Harley brought her a gift for their 2-week anniversary, and that is Amanda Waller. So Amanda Waller, the head of the Suicide Squad, is going to be featured in this season. So that's going to be really cool. I like how she mentions like, oh, you haven't been answering my emails and all this stuff, because clearly she wants them to join the Suicide Squad, because in the comics, both Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy at different points have been members of the Suicide Squad. So I'll be really interested to see if we get a Suicide Squad storyline in the season. I know it's not going to be like the full season-long storyline, but we could see for like maybe an episode they join the Suicide Squad, or maybe not. Maybe it's just Amanda Waller shows up and that's all it is. But still, really, really cool, especially since that's kind of how Harley Quinn boosted into popularity, was her appearance in the 2016 Suicide Squad movie. So they're just arguing, they got this whole thing going on here, and then we get to see a little bit more of their romance, see them going on their dates together. HarlIvy is officially a thing. We also have this shot of what I assume is Wonder Woman's invisible jet, although this looks more like a plane, so I'm not sure if it is the invisible jet. Maybe they're coming from Themyscira, maybe they went on their honeymoon there or something like that, even though, did they get married? I don't think they did, but still. They're a great couple. I love them together, and they are now going on the Eat, Bang, Kill tour, which I talked about in my video the other day. It's pretty self-explanatory what they're doing. They're eating a bunch of stuff, they're banging a lot, and they're killing people. So that's a lot of fun. They're just enjoying life. There's a great example of the killing people, but she's a crime fighter now, so she's stopping crime, this robbery here, and you can just see the love. Like when you see the way that they look at each other, that's what you want. And so they're making out, they're kissing, they're great. They're an amazing couple. And of course, they don't forget about the rest of their squad, except Dr. Psycho, because, obviously he betrayed them. So I don't know if he's going to be in this season, but we do have Clayface and King Shark being rescued from prison. Maybe they actually even become members of the Suicide Squad because they are in prison. Depends on if they're in Belle Reve or not. But still, that's really cool that they came to the rescue. They don't forget about the friends to help them get where they are. And we have this really interesting scene where Harley Quinn, you can see she's wearing her dress and her outfit, which we got a first look at actually at DC Fandom like a year or two ago. And this I'm assuming is some sort of gala or some sort of fancy event, but she is fighting this guy in this outfit, probably at the gala, but this is clearly, I'm assuming, a robot because he has red eyes and has like no facial expression. So that's interesting. Poison Ivy's just talking about like, oh, it's crazy, it's raunchy, it's basically describing the show at this point. And we get a great look at Firefly, I believe, classic Batman villain Firefly. So cool to see that he's going to be included here. We also have the Joker as well, who is singing, and we have a couple of Harley Quinn, so I feel like there's probably like a dream sequence for him, or possibly even a nightmare for Harley Quinn, so that'll be interesting. We also have this character here, who I'm not sure exactly who she is. If you have any idea who this character is, if she's from the comics, let me know in the comments below. We also have this creature, which I don't really know either. This could be what happens to Frank after what we see later in the trailer, because you can see like his leaves and stuff. King Shark is just like, oh, this is crazy. But we also have Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing's going to be featured prominently in one episode. I believe the episode is actually called It's a Swamp Thing. So you can see that he's actually making out here with, I believe, Nora Freeze, because obviously her husband, Mr. Freeze, died last season, so she's kind of gone off, and I guess she found a new guy in Swamp Thing. That's definitely not something I expected to see, but you're seeing it, and Harley Quinn just, crazy. This is probably the most interesting part of the trailer. So Batman is giving Catwoman a foot massage, and he's like, do you want me to continue or do you want me to go further? And she's like, oh, it wouldn't be worth it. Because there were reports like months and months ago, actually a year or two ago, that the creators of this show originally, they revealed that in season 3, they wanted the scene where, quote, Batman was going down on Catwoman, and DC wouldn't let them do that. So looks like that's what's going on here. It's more kind of like a tamed down version of that. So Batman isn't allowed to have sex, I guess, even though clearly he wants it, but Catwoman, I guess, does not. Now, another really interesting part from this trailer, which is something we already knew about and I've been talking about in my past couple of videos, is we get to see the Court of Owls here, but it's definitely a parody and a very different version of the Court of Owls that you know from the comics. The super scary, dark, shadowy cult known as the Court of Owls is now a sex cult. So he, like the leader literally says, let the grand orgy begin. And wow, it does. Clearly this guy needs to get out in the sun and tan a bit more, but yeah, actually looks like he's a Talon, so that's interesting. And they're just terrified out of their minds. I mean, they got each other, but that's a lot of large, hairy, naked men in that room. But another favorite part of this trailer is we get James Gunn. So James Gunn is actually cameoing in this season, so that's going to be a lot of fun with the white hair and everything, accurate to his current appearance. A little disturbing how Clayface turns into a chair and says, James Gunn, sit on my face. And, I mean, he does, turns into a massage chair, and that's where it gets a little weird, but they're both enjoying it, I think. We get a great shot of Bane. This is where we get really just a quick montage of characters and things that are going to be going down here. So we get Bane. Super glad to see him back. He's a hilarious version of the character in the show. We have Batman doing a cool pose, very similar to like Batman the Animated Series or one of the movies. We have Commissioner Jim Gordon punching Two-Face. Batgirl also making a return. Harley Quinn just causing some chaos and murdering people. The Joker as well, who actually is now apparently running for mayor. So that's going to be really interesting to see how that goes, how he even is allowed to run for mayor, and if he wins, like, who even is his opponent? Is he running against Lex Luthor maybe? I mean, that'd be pretty interesting. Also, Swamp Thing, you can see that it's Swamp Thing's base of operations, but it looks kind of similar to, like, what the Legion of Doom's HQ looks like in the comics, where it's like this big swamp base. So maybe they switched it out to be like a Swamp Thing base. And you can see we have Harley, Poison Ivy, and Nora Freeze there as well. I'm not sure if this is like the end and taking it down because Nora is freezing it. So maybe that's when they first get there, or maybe when that's leave, like he breaks her heart or something. So she just kills him and destroys the whole place. Harley's just getting super excited and like this season is going to be crazy. And then we have Poison Ivy going crazy mode, and she actually gets control of Frank and like starts transforming him. That's what makes me think that part earlier is maybe him. And, again, just getting crazy, getting excited. Harley Quinn Season 3 is back. It's going to be streaming July 28th. So that is next month, less than a month away, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I think that's exactly a month away. So that's going to be absolutely insane. I'm so excited for Harley Quinn Season 3. It's going to be a lot of fun. And this trailer was honestly really amazing. So, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you think about this official teaser trailer for Harley Quinn Season 3 on HBO Max? Let me know all your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments below. And thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video. And hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.